gentlemen, you are welcome to the Tony Club Gunner TV. See, people, I'm back. I'm back. And of course, you know me, yeah. I could do snap shows at any time I like, at this time. So, people, just smash the like button and show us some love down there, yeah, people. But see, yeah, as you can see the thumbnail, there's a whole lot that we have to discuss. But I will make this a very kind of like a short show, but we definitely have to discuss obviously some transfer window stuff that we're hearing, and talk about some things that that we're hearing. See, people, smash the like button as you step in. And of course, immediately you step in, please, 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 and please, just type something in the chat so that we could um, definitely know that you are here with us. I'm sorry, this is a very, I think it's an impromptu show. It's just something I just wanted to do before I go out today. So, people, see, number one on our list today, people, look no further than the next best thing according to the Arsenal boardroom. People, there's a certain 20-year-old, my people, plays in Ligue 1 and plays for rent, people. This guy's name is Jeremy Jacquet. Jeremy Jacquet, 20-year-old French international, people. Arsenal actually see Jeremy Jacquet as a potential replacement for either Alexander Zinchenko, which, to be very sincere with you, Zinchenko has been having meetings, series of meetings between of course, Zinchenko's people, I mean his camp, and big ups to Rebecca Tessie. Rebecca Tessie says, hi, how are you doing? There's an Arsenal fan channel, and of course I discuss Arsenal. So you're welcome to the show, Rebecca, and thanks for the chat. And Zinchenko and his camp have actually been approached by Fulham. Fulham are hot on the heels of Arsenal players. But the one that's pronounced right now is no other person than Zinchenko. People, Zinchenko has looked at the situation at the football club and he wants to live. Big ups to Ongondo Caleb. Big ups Ongondo Caleb. How are you doing, brother? Hope you're okay. Arsenal channel, see, people, I want you to contribute as much as you can to the show. Nalim Mansour, he says, sup. Nalim says, yo, yeah, how you doing? See, people, yeah, Zinchenko's camp have actually been having series of discussions with Fulham. He wants to leave the football club. Clearly, I really, really understand that. But, people, Arsenal is trying to do the same thing that they did with Christian Mosquera, because Saliba has been confused since last summer, where Real Madrid has been knocking on that door and they want to really, really make sure that they have cover before Real Madrid come calling again. So they went to Valencia and they went to get Christian Mosquera, Spanish under 21 international, had nearly up to, Christian Mosquera had nothing less than 90 senior appearances for Valencia, I mean, in Spain, and then Arsenal brought him. So definitely we have cover down at that right side centre back with Christian Mosquera. And of course, you guys watched his matchup in that game against, when he replaced Kivio at the tail end of that game. But you could just see the harmony. You could see he knows how to defend. You could see his stall. You could see he could contribute to set pieces also because of his height. Aerially, he's a beast. On ground balls, it's absolutely amazing. And he's not this pass back merchant. He's someone that wants to drift forward and wants to carry the ball forward. He's that kind of guy. So Arsenal actually have a backup for William Saliba. And of course, because he plays all across the right hand side, so he could also do a job down there for us if Benjamin White isn't okay or is having series of poor games. He could come in and help us out. Okay. Baseball King says, "I like your glasses. Thank you, thank you. I really really appreciate that." And see people. So we have a ready-made, tailor-made defender that's ready to help us out if Saliba goes right now. That's the same thing Arsenal is trying to pull. Waka says Arsenal best team in the world. Waka, 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 samina mina makaliwa. Yes, Arsenal is the best team in the. At least it's my team, so I love this team. I'll do anything for this team. People, smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed. Get me to 3K, people. Subscribe to the channel. So see, Alexander Zinchenko's camp has been talking to Fulham. Kivior is being chased by a whole host of football clubs. Waka says we going unbeaten again soon. See, man, let's just wait. Let's just wait. Things aren't complete as of yet. I still think our manager, needs to step up. Uh, you know, and again, we're still a few signings away. We still need a left-sided winger, and I don't just mean anyone who will come into the team. No, I mean someone who is very, very potent, who could actually do a job for us in that left-hand side because that left-hand side is very poor. We do need probably someone who would help out Odegaard because Odegaard, I mean, his performances have been stinky for quite some while, mostly since last season where he got injured. And he's never been that guy, in his first season who came in to help us out. But we do need someone who will cut through the middle, take a little bit of pressure away from Declan Rice and Odegaard, and who has certain skills of targeting along players, breaking up low block teams. That's what we need right now. So that is really missing. So we're still a couple of signings away. I still really do think we need a backup left back. See people, yeah. I'm not against Miles Lewis Kelly, but I just kind of feel like this season, it's just a feeling. I just feel like just having Miles Lewis Kelly alone down that left hand side, it's scary. We do need someone down there too. But again, that's just me talking anyway. Waka says we are looking good for the upcoming season. Hopefully, we stay injury free. See, Waka, that's the problem I have. I can't really say that Arsenal have been lucky with injuries. Injuries have always been part of a bigger, larger problem. If you even check other teams last season, yeah, teams like Man United, teams like Arsenal, Liverpool were a little bit lucky with injuries last season. Most teams, yeah, ravaged by injuries. Look at Tottenham Hotspurs, ravaged by injuries. I think the league has become more competitive, and with that competitiveness in that in the league, it comes with lots of strange tackles, strange injuries. Arsenal just concluded an investigation into Gabriel Magalhaes' injury. So I mean, injuries are just piling up. The season haven't even started, and already Trossard is injured. Already Bukayo Saka is already clutching on his hamstring. So injuries are even gonna come. So let's don't act or let's don't pretend as if these injuries aren't something serious. So we need to. That's why you need backup in every single position. So when you look at our Arsenal team, you just have to ask yourself, do we have backup in every single position? Yeah, you might say, yeah, we have backup here and there, in some cases. I hear you. But are those backups quality backups? I mean, it's one thing to say you have a player in place to come in place of another player, but are those players quality enough to give us anything more that our first 11 doesn't really have? Can they come in and do a job, take us further in competitions like the Carling Cup? Can they take us further in competitions like the FA Cup? All these things need to be, solidified right now. Meletta says from Ethiopia. Now, big ups to you. Zion YT is here. Zion, my friend, my young friend, how are you doing? I missed you, brother. Hope you're okay. Kabat says this season Arsenal will win EPL. See, yeah, we have everything to win. We just need our manager to be more to go easy with the coaching, to understand when to bring in players, to understand when a player is injured and you don't have to risk that player, to play players that are well suited in their areas of specialization. What I mean is that I don't want to see something like what happened to Thomas Partey 2 seasons ago, even last season, yeah, when probably Thomas Partey, our best midfielder, was being used in right back. We all know Thomas Partey is a defensive midfielder. That's why we bought him. But yet Mikel Arteta turned this guy into a right back. I Enough is enough. I don't want to see those kind of mistakes. You put players, yeah, you put players that are specialized in specialized positions in their rightful places. So I don't want to see someone like a Noni Madueke who is specialized down the right hand side. I don't want to see him down the left. People, you could actually say, okay, Martinelli isn't really on form. I hear that. I've been clamoring for a new signing that left hand side, but you cannot take Noni Madueke, whose progress in that Chelsea team has mostly been down the right hand side, and the numbers look good down the right hand side. But when he played for Chelsea in the left hand side, 0 goals, 0 assists, he had nothing to actually offer Chelsea Football Club down that left hand side. So what do you think would happen if he comes to Arsenal as he is already in training right now and Mikel Arteta puts him down the left hand side? I don't think he will be that effective. Allow players to be more effective in their specialized areas. I don't know what you guys think about that. Deassembled is down here. Deassembled. I'm thinking of making you, because you're one of my most loyal brothers down here. I'm thinking of giving you the job of a moderator, my chief moderator on my channel. So maybe later today I would be fixing that to you, because you have really been very loyal. It doesn't matter wherever you are, even if big channels are actually doing shows. When you see them live, you come down there, you make it your home. Big ups to you, the assembled. So later today, I'll be making you my head and my chief moderator. Ere Ostock says, what do you think about Galatasaray transfers? Bro, Galatasaray are really looking good. People, Galatasaray are looking good. See, people, yeah, Gala. See, just that Osimhen transfer alone, look no further. Just that Osimhen transfer alone, it's enough. I mean, that guy's gonna win the league for you guys, yeah. But the thing is Champions League, so sometimes you just have to ask yourself the question, yeah, Ire, if you have squad in depth. I mean, you're going to be playing in cup games in the Turkish league, yeah. You don't need squad depth. You need not just ordinary squad depth. You also need quality. You know. So I'm more scared with Galatasaray playing in the Champions League, playing in the Turkish Liga, and also having enough to play in cup games. I think those competitions are really gonna stretch your squad. However, you've recruited nicely, but is that enough really? I mean, when these competitions come, yeah, they come heavy. So I'm not in doubt of the quality you guys have brought in, but I have more doubt if the quality you've brought in it will be enough through the season. So with Oshimen, you definitely win the league again. I mean that's for sure, but I really doubt if that's enough to really keep pace with Champions League and a couple of Turkish Cup games that will be coming up. But anyway, that's that one for Galatasaray. Please, you can throw in your questions. John Ho Mahoney, big ups. He says, "Don't talk rubbish, please." Oh my days. Okay. Um, Waka says, 100 needs to get his first goal as soon as for confidence. Yeah, of course, man. As in Gyökeres, yeah. But again, I'm starting to see some Arsenal fans questioning, doubting if Gyökeres will really, 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 if he would live up to expectation. See, people, I think he's an amazing striker. When all these rival fans here tell you that Gyökeres isn't going to score more than 10 goals, 15 goals, I mean, look them straight in the face and question them. I've really seen Victor Gyökeres, yeah. I've seen him punish Andre Silva, like completely disgrace him. Not only that, I've seen Victor Gyökeres actually dog walk Carreras. And Carreras just went on a one-way ticket to Real Madrid. Those are the kind of defenders that Victor Gyökeres has really, really, really completely obliterated and destroyed. Look no further. Pepe completely destroyed Pepe. I mean, if you're in tune with the Portuguese Liga, completely dog walk Pepe. People, I've seen Victor Gyökeres completely dog walked Otamendi. People, absolutely destroyed Otamendi. And Otamendi ain't no punk. Otamendi is is creme de la creme. I mean, he's no punk. Yeah, he's a creme de la creme defender. Gyökeres has actually dog walked him. So what are we talking about here? This is one of the most lethal strikers that I've seen in years. I think he's more destructive than Haaland. To be very sincere with you, I think he's a more dangerous striker than Erling Haaland. That's what I think. It's my personal opinion. It's my personal opinion. I've seen how Haaland plays, and I don't think Haaland has got what Victor Gyökeres. See, people, Gyökeres is fast, is quick, he knows where the goalpost is, he can play outside the 18-yard box, he could help out. All those things they're saying he can do. Brother, people on the chat, Victor Gyökeres can actually do these things. It could help you out outside the 18-yard box. If you want a guy who would just sit in the 18-yard box and score goals, look no further, Victor Gyökeres. If you want a guy, yeah, that would, during games that they really come out to play, like that game against PSG, where they pushed up their midfielders and they had technically gifted players all around the midfield. So it's very, very hard. Like mostly possession-based teams, like a Liverpool, like a PSG, when you meet them. Yeah. Even if you're a possession-based team like Arsenal, because those ones have maybe equal or more solid ball possession than you, Arsenal. Just for instance, yeah. Definitely, it's going to be murky in the midfield. There will be a big fight in the midfield. It will be a battle of who possesses the ball in the middle of the park. In that case, yeah, when you are playing against those kind of teams that hold on to the ball tightly, yeah, sometimes you just have to go with just looping the ball ahead of the midfield. Just got it, those looping passes. And then you have that fast character in Victor Gyökeres who would run. Have you seen Victor Gyökeres one on one when he's running, chasing the ball? He is a different animal. He's a beast. He's ready to run. He's ready to latch onto those balls. And he'll run quicker than, bro, he's a tiger. Victor Gyökeres is a tiger. He's a lion. He brought people. Have you seen the way Victor Gyökeres runs when he chases the ball? He's an animal when he chases the ball. He's a max assassin. People, Victor Gyökeres is an active shooter. Is an active shooter in one-on-ones. I'm not saying, he doesn't come with his, I'm not saying he doesn't come with his deficiencies at times, but, and when we're talking about deficiencies of Victor Gyökeres, I mean, you don't have to look no further than his aerial ability. I mean, with his goal scoring record here, I was so amazed. Mostly during the time I used to watch the Portuguese league. Yeah, I always try to want to see him score with his head, but Victor Gyökeres really isn't really an aerial monster. He just loves to score with his legs. He tries to jostle for the ball, one-on-ones, accurate. He scores lots of penalties. But there are times when you would need your striker to be that guy that will be able to take that leap upwards and try to jostle for the ball aerially and just knock the ball in. That's where I have a problem with Victor Gyökeres' game. And again, it's not like it's not in his wheelhouse to score with his head, but he doesn't just have enough with his head. I've not seen enough evidence of Victor Gyökeres scoring with his head that much, and it disturbs me. He needs to work in that area of his game. But apart from that, he's fast. He latches onto ball quicker. Bro, have you seen Victor Gyökeres chase the ball? Oh my days, people. People. When I went to Sarcasm TV, and I told the folks there, and they asked me, what do you think Victor Gyökeres' number would be in the league this season? How many goals do you think he's going to score in the league? And I told these people, I told them 25 goals easy. I did not just say 25 goals. I said 25 goals easy. And I believe that. Because, bro, this guy's going to punk these defenders in the EPL. I really believe so, bro. Arsenal have been missing a deadly striker. Bro, see, there were lots of balls last season that Kai Havertz, he just had to turn the ball over, put it into the net, and then he just skies it away. And I look at all these balls, at least Kai Havertz lost nothing less than 8 to 9 chances, clear-cut chances last season. Martinelli lost nothing less than at least 10-9 within that same number last season. Bro, those two, if you check those two, a combined 18 goals. People, combined 18 goals. Chances, lost chances last season. So now that we have a Victor Gyökeres, just assume he converts all those chances that were lost by Martinelli, that were lost by Kai Havertz. I know that's not how it plays out, but let's just assume. And then he scores penalties. Because right now, rumors or news coming from the camp is that Victor Gyökeres is now our new penalty taker. Josh True-Gunner is in the house. Big ups Josh True-Gunner. That's my brother. I'll be on a show with him this week, uncensored podcast. Josh is my brother. I really love that brother to the core, man. That's my real brother. And of course, Voodoo Dog Gaming is in the house. He's also my chief, moderator on the channel too. So, he's one of those people that I trust. He says, smash the likes up. And of course, True Gunner says, the man, thanks Jesus. was finished with injuries, and neither were out strikers like Gyökeres is. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, you just have to herald what Gyökeres has in his wheelhouse. He's fast. He can chase the ball. He could situate himself in the 18-yard box. If you want him to be that guy that goes out all the time outside the 18-yard box to try and help out with the whole gameplay, he can do that. But again, when you're playing as an Arsenal striker, I just want you to just situate yourself in that 18-yard box, because loose balls will definitely come into that 18-yard box. You need your goal poacher to be there, ready to take on all those chances. So when you look at the chances Kai Havertz lost last season, when you look at the chances Martinelli lost last season, give it to Gyökeres. Out of those 18 chances, I put it to you, he scores 15. If he gets 5 penalties, people, let's say, and I don't think Arsenal would only get five five chances this season, bro. In terms of penalties, yeah. If he gets 5 penalties, how many goals is that? That's 20 goals easy. On his own, he's gonna score nothing less than 10 people. But this thing I'm saying, yeah, Gyökeres can end next season with the golden boot, people. He could end next season with a goal. And see, people, yeah, you can't argue with that. You can't argue with his numbers. Ekitike, Isaac, combined numbers last season, Victor Gyökeres outscores them. Easy last season. And I mean, you can hear all these Liverpool fans here talk about Ekitike, yeah, but no one wants to talk about what Arsenal have just brought to the football club. We genuinely have an active shooter, a gunman, a max killer in front of goal. So Arsenal just need to do the job and go and get us Eze, and let's just get that attacking midfielder who would cut through low block teams. Now, people, that has always been our big problem. Godfrey is in the house. Godfrey in the house. Voodoo Dog Gaming. He says, big up, Tony, and to all in the chat. Yeah, big up to you. Voodoo Dog Gaming is down here. It says, I wish I went on holiday. A week later, Bayern started their preseason after CWC. Yeah, exactly. Drew Gunner says here, I'm okay, Drew. Feel a bit burnt out though. Yeah, man, bro. I've told you, man, you've been working like hell. You've been working. You need a break a little bit, even if it's just for a week. Tim says, do you rate the Portugal league? The Portuguese league. I'm not gonna say that the Portuguese league is always what it has always been, but it's a decent league. It's a decent league. I mean, that was a league where Bernardo Silva came in. I mean, we have legends who came from Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo from Portugal, definitely. Nani from Portugal. I mean, most of these players have come down here to the EPL and really played very, very well. So when you're talking of the level, I hear you, but you cannot say that individual players, individual quality can't come out from the Portuguese La Liga. So, I mean, you could weigh either way, but still, I still look at it like we have an individual player in Victor Gyökeres who's dangerous, who knows how to score goals, who knows how to position himself in the 18-yard box, who understands general team play, who can score goals Bro, people, do you know how many one-on-one goals that Martinelli lost last season? Do you know how many one-on-one goals that Kai Havertz threw away last? People, let's don't argue with that. Gyökeres is cut from a different cloth. He's not the same with all these clowns we have, like Martinelli and Kai Havertz. He's not a clown. He's no punk. Yeah, we really genuinely, yeah, we have a killer in front of goal. The only person that needs to fix up is Mikel Arteta. He's the only one that needs to fix up. Go and get an attacking midfielder that will create for Victor Gyökeres, because we have everything we need right here with us, Victor Gyökeres. You just need an Eze and someone that left-hand side to just help us out. And I'm thinking we should go with Gordon, actually. Gordon, there's Ademola Lukman. People, there's so many people. Timon says, why is everyone saying Gyökeres will be a success? Remember Jesus, Havertz. See, Timon, don't say that, man. Jesus is crocked. He has a crooked injury record. Even from Manchester City that he came from, he was always injured. He never scored more than 14, 15 goals. See, he never scored more than 14 goals, tops, in a Premiership season, in the Premier League for Man City. And that was the height of his career. So doing those type of comparisons with Victor Gyökeres, it completely makes no sense. I mean, for me. And again, we're talking about, I mean, who are you comparing? Havertz? 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 Timon, let me get this correctly. Are you comparing Havertz with Gyökeres? He says, why is everyone saying Gyökeres will be a success? Remember Jesus? I mean, I could hear you about Jesus, but Havertz? Nah, come on, man, T-Man. Should do better, bro. Come on, man. No. Under no circumstance should you even put Havertz in the same bracket with Victor Gyökeres. He's not fast. He's not quick. His footballing brain isn't really there. Doesn't know the goalpost, to be very sincere with you. He has aerial ability, which helps him out and bails him out at times. He can be that guy that could come out and make a splash, chase the ball everywhere. But he's bundled off the ball so easily. I mean, I watched that game against Tottenham Hotspurs. And even before the season started, there are pictures and videos flying here and there about Kai Havertz and his biceps and how he's transformed himself in the gym. Good. I expect you to be a unit, stronger, better, bigger, stronger. Yeah. But as a striker, I saw him being tossed around by very little. Bro, Spence and all these clowns, yeah, were just pushing him about, playing ball with him, punking him about. Bro, they were pushing Havertz everywhere. Bro, they clearly punked him. I mean, that Tottenham defense pushed him, tossed him around, completely dog walked him. And that's a guy that's transformed himself in the gym. So it doesn't translate with the bulking he's gone to do in the gym. It hasn't translated to him being a stronger striker. It hasn't contributed in making him a faster striker, definitely with all that muscle and muscle mass and everything he's packing right now. It doesn't even increase his footballing acumen. But we have a Gyökeres that's more faster, that's more lethal, who understands with a footballing brain where the goal is. He's more of a team player too. He could score penalties, he could score one-on-ones. The only thing that I doubt is his aerial ability. And I'm sure that he will work in it. Because I think he's that kind of striker that wants to learn, he wants to adapt. You can see his willingness. Even before he came to the football club, didn't you see how, I mean, he just wanted Arsenal. That's what I want to see. So he's not just coming because he wants to score. He wants to improve. And I think he will improve his aerial capabilities. He will just adapt to it. Because there are just times, yeah, when you see the way your team plays, yeah, you just carefully want to adapt to it. So he's that kind of guy that I think can adapt quickly to the league. And then he could just start scoring those goals aerially. That's just the only area that I'm a bit scared. His aerial ability isn't even that bad. That's because the system Sporting played that knew to play direct. So he made the runs in behind or push out wide to score goals. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've seen lots of looked up passes. Yeah, you know, in when Sporting Lisbon was playing most of the time, and those looked up passes would just come. It just, I mean, it's in behind defenders. It cuts in behind defenders. But most of all, he's fast. He's quick. So when you have those natural abilities, yeah, I mean, it makes it look more easier. Makes it look more easier. The only area, I'll still say this again, the only area I'm scared about is aerial ability. And that's because Arsenal like playing with their wide players. So definitely crosses will start coming from everywhere. He's not the tallest in the park, and he's not someone that has actually been using his head most of the time to score goals. So that's my scare with him. How would he, adapt to just going up and winning those aerial battles to just get his head onto it? I mean, that's a different talk altogether. But still, he could still bring the ball down with his chest and use his legs. Either way, he could still score goals. I mean, and that's the thing. You have to have a footballing brain. Your footballing brain has to be elite. Your mentality needs to be straight. And that's what Gyökeres has got. So it doesn't even really matter. I mean, his aerial ability could be compensated with his footballing brain. Even if those balls comes as cross ends from Arsenal's wide players, he could just chest it in. And people, he's fast. He's fast. And when you're fast, you just get the ball, tap, tap, boom, quick, and just hit it. You chest the ball quick, bring it down, hit it quick. Even if I do think Premiership defenders are fast too, but I mean, he will adapt. He will adapt. I really think so. You're gonna say as long as we sign someone direct like AZ, Gyök will thrive. Yeah, definitely. Sing is down here. Big up to you, Sing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you've not. It says Arsenal need to buy Ole Watkins or Isaac to have a chance of winning silverware. I mean, I hear you about Ole Watkins down that left hand side, but isn't he too? His age is on the high side. I would like to go with a much, much younger player, but down that left hand side, but has experience. See, I don't mind a Gordon, people from Newcastle. I don't mind a Gordon coming in. But for me, just to take Gordon in that left hand side, we have good relations with Newcastle. Why can't we just go to Newcastle? I mean, they've bought a couple of our players in it, before. We could go to them, talk to them about Gordon, get that transfer done. We also have players that we could send down to Newcastle. We have Rich Nelson. Although Rich Nelson plays down that left-hand side, but I don't think is enough. But we do have players that they might be interested in. We do have Zinchenko. How about a straight transfer swap with a team that really needs one of our people? We could give them Zinchenko, and while we get a Gordon, give or take. How about that? We can literally do that. We still have Kivior that we can, that's transferable assets to us. We could just give them straight swap. Gordon comes in. We need a left winger, and just give them Kivior, a defender. They do need one more defender in Newcastle. So how about a straight swap with them? I mean, we can talk about these things, yeah. Ian says, go to a YouTube song, Mam Vadan. Oh my God. True Goodness says, yeah, Gyökeres is powerfully built like a tank. Defenders are scared of him. I mean, Josh, yeah. Kai Havertz build it's artificial. It's not real. It's not real. Gyökeres is naturally built as a tank. Yeah. I mean, you don't see. I don't think there's steroids in his build. He's naturally built. He's a strong guy, naturally strong, grounded. When he's running, he never falls. He doesn't trip. He's always running. People, he's quick, he's fast, he's strong on the ground. I've seen Kai Havertz with all that massive muscles being tossed around in games like Newcastle, being pushed, being hobbled over by complete bro with See people, yeah. I don't want to make this stream a stream where I would be calling out Kai Havertz. Enough of criticizing these people that we already know have real clear issues in the team. But I mean, you just have to look at Gyökeres and his physicality. He's really that guy that I think would take us to where we want to get to. Jay says hello, big up to you, Jay. William Holmes says we should have more than enough quality in the squad to win trophies now. Obviously, AJ would be the icing on the cake. Vivela PSG says, AJ, can he read chat? Oh no. Yeah, AJ is a great guy. AJ is one of my head, moderators. That says, please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, people, please subscribe to the channel. Yeah, Zion is still down here. I want to read your charts. Alan Donahoe is down. He says, United. Oh my days, United, really? People, have you seen the pictures of Umbuemo doing the rounds on social media? People, they're caricaturing him. They're saying he has a big belly, and oh my day, bro, we're 2 weeks, nearly up to 1 week now, yeah, to the start of the Premier League season, and Umbuemo doesn't look fit. He hasn't even scored any goal for Manchester United. In the preseason, and then you look at Cunha, played how many minutes and hasn't even gotten a goal yet. So, you look at all these things, yeah, and again, they played against Premiership sides uh, also. So, it's looking bad for Man United, and I don't think they're getting Sesko. I don't think Sesko is attracted to Man United because I think Sesko is a bit of a greedy character, in it. Him and his peoples down there. So he might be looking to a club like Newcastle, not because he likes Newcastle, but because Newcastle can confidently pay him his money. Like I've told you, these players, they all love money. Most of these younger players, they have no they have no love for any club. They hate clubs. They just love the money, and rightfully so. You should love money too. Also, there's no problem in loving money because the money is it's what's gonna take care of your lifestyle. It's what's gonna take care of your family. And if people hear you're an ex-player, they just blame you. Where is all your money? So I wouldn't be the guy that would say, hey, don't make money. No, I wouldn't say that. Rightfully, if he wants money, go for the money. And Newcastle need him right now. He wants to go to Newcastle. Good and okay, but I don't want to see him walk into Manchester United. I want that United team to just die off like a natural death. I still want them to be around. The rivals. It's still nice to have your rivals around, but it's nice to have your rivals see you progress, and it's good you have them there. So I don't want him to go to Manchester United because if 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 Sesko goes to United, he uplifts the team. People might not see this Sesko guy as as the striker that Arsenal needs, but I do think he has the quality to carry teams. Personally, I've seen his quality. In less than 2, 3 seasons, would be jostling for that guy would be jostling for the Golden Boot. To be very sincere with you, in the Premier, in the EPL, I think Sesko is a baller. I think so. If you put him around a deadly team, mostly a midfielder who could feed him with passes, he's strong. That's number one. Sesko is a strong guy, grounded, strong, 6 foot plus, and his game is complete. What I mean by complete, you can use your legs, and your aerial ability is grounded. Your ground ability is grounded. You can score goals with both your head. You know the 18-yard box. You can play from outside the 18-yard box. You can drift left. You can drift right. He uses both. He uses both foot. He takes penalties very well and scores them. He's a physical threat in the 18-yard box. So Sesko, if he goes to United, easy. It gives them nothing less than 16, 17 goals in the Premier League alone. So no, I don't want Sesko to go to Manchester United. It will be deadly. Mostly now that United doesn't have Champions League, Europa League, they will be more deadly if they get Sesko in, because they don't have much competitions to actually contend with. So they're okay, we're just rolling out with the stars every weekend. They don't need to do much. They only need to just bring in players, fringe players for cup games at the start of cup games, like Carling Cups and the FA Cups, and win those games easy. It won't really stretch the squad. But Sesko Umbuemo in the same team, when they still have Kunha in that same team, no, 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 no. I don't want United to have access, to that. Jean Martin says, "Oh no, this is live. We're live. We're live. We're live." Jafari says, "I think Iranian teams have more fans in the stadium." Bro, Iran, a very great friend of mine is Iranian. Um, yeah, I've watched Iranian games before, but you know, they love football too. That's all I could say. But in terms of the fan base, I don't know, man. But I've seen lots of Iranian stadiums quite filled up. So that's all I could say about it. But anyway, Gunner Lane AFC, big ups to you, my brother. Please, guys, go subscribe to Gunner Lane and Josh Triguna and Voodoo Doll Gaming, please. Go subscribe to them. It says, yes, Tony. Hope you're good, brother. I'm good, Gunner Lane AFC. Gunner Lane, when are we going to have a show? When are we going to have a show? This is one of the biggest seasons in Arsenal's history. It's what we see, people. It's unprecedented. If Arsenal come second this season, I mean, it has to be talked about. This is the season where we need all titles. We need all cup games. We need to take everything. We need the Carling Cup. We need the FA Cup. We need the champion. Bro, we should be in everything. We need to win everything. No excuses. We need, see, people, I don't want to see Mikel Arteta not take the Carling Cup seriously. Yeah? All these cup games, we need to win the cup, the domestic titles. We need everything. Yeah? We need everything. I mean, I'm talking about the Carling Cups, we need the FA. Those two, we need it. Yeah? If we don't get one, maybe I could say, okay, Carling Cup off. But we need that FA Cup. We should regain our strength in the FA Cup. And if Mikel Arteta doesn't win the title, I mean, people. Well, let's see what happens. But Gunner Lane, we have to have a show, my brother. We have to have a show. Voodoo Dog Gaming, my brother says, smash the like. So please, guys, also subscribe to my my chief moderator here, Voodoo Dog Gaming. Please, he does lots of graphics. He's a graphic guy, and he's also my friend. Sean Bogle said, he says hi. Big up, Sean. Sean, how are you doing? Red Rory, he says, I worry about the formation. If it's anything, no box-to-box midfielder, Cam not playing in the center, wingers holding hands with the linesman, LB in midfield again. See, people, yeah, I have a problem with Miles Lewis Kelly just inverting to that left back position. And he's leaving that gaping hole down there in left back position. I mean, Mikel Arteta, man, you have your left back. Allow this kid playing left back. All this inverting is criminal. It's criminal. And it's putting Miles Lewis Kelly into a more bigger temptation. And that was the cost of the goal against Tottenham Hotspur, when Miles Lewis Kelly is trying to invert or become a midfielder. That's a bigger problem. It's a much worse problem for Arsenal too. And that's something we don't need to have, because Miles Lewis Kelly is just making that left back position is. And if he starts inverting and leave defending, then we're in trouble. We're in big soup. Mikel Arteta, just allow these players play in their position. I mean, allow left backs be left backs. I don't want my left backs to be midfielders, to be defensive midfielders. Let my left back be a left back. Let left back do left back things. Mikel Arteta. See, people, yeah, we're in a battle. Even if we do bring in the players we need, even if we do bring in a Gordon or Rodrigo, although I think that Rodrigo case is pretty closed up now anyway. But even if we bring in a left winger, yeah, and bring in an Eze, we still should have to hope that Mikel Arteta doesn't tinker with the team too much. We have to hope he doesn't do a management or managerial overdrive in putting players or slotting players in the positions that they're not. We don't want to see Madueke Kelly inverted all the time. I hear you when you want to make him, when you want to make our left back contribute to our midfield and we can actually choke the midfield. I hear you. I hear you in that. But it should be systematic. It shouldn't be all the time. Same thing with David Raya. When he leaves his position as a goalkeeper and turns into an advanced central defender. For what? David Raya will turn into a right back. What is all these? Or David Raya turns into an advanced centre back. What is all this? Allow a goalkeeper to be a goalkeeper. I'm not saying don't move forward at times, don't help out, but it shouldn't be so pronounced. But did you see when Saar got that ball immediately? There was only one thing in his head. Only one thing in his head, people. Just one thing. Big ups to Johnny Holiday, who was in the chat. He said, "Do you think Arsenal will win the league?" Oh my God, Johnny! Oh my days. Record Life is that Arsenal's third kit is fire. Yeah, I saw that third kit. That third kit is something different, people. That third kit, something different. So, people, we need to allow David Raya be our goalkeeper. Mikel Arteta, let David Raya be our goalkeeper. Let him sit back. I'm not saying don't engage. I'm not saying don't have harmony with your back four. I'm not saying don't pass the ball around. No, I'm not saying that. But you can do that while you're sitting around your box in a more disciplined way. You don't just open up for the enemy and you allow them look the ball over. Do you not see, people? It did not take Saar 2 seconds to know immediately what to do. Immediately he got that ball from Madueke Kelly. Immediately he got it. The next thing in his head was to look the ball over David Raya because he already senses where David Raya is. Now, that goalkeeping position is now a bigger, wider problem right now. We're beginning to look at Kepa. Kepa came in those preseason games and he kept a clean sheet, kept some couple of penalties against AC Milan. He's looking good. It might be a battle. And people don't forget, there's no favoritism right here because Kepa is also Spanish. The same way David Raya is Spanish is the same way that Kepa is Spanish. Don't you think that Kepa, after those gaffes, and drop in quality from David Raya, don't you think that Kepa is right there knocking on the manager's door, speaking Spanish and telling him, hey man, look at David Raya. I think I can do better than him. Do you think Kepa isn't doing that? When he came from Chelsea and they did his interview, he said, you know what, Arsenal fans, I'm not here for a backup. I'm not here to come and be David Raya's backup. I came here to play. I came here to be number one. So if he's saying that, then I see the desire. I see the fight in him. I want David Raya to be on his toes. I'm not saying he's not the best goalkeeper we have. No, I'm not saying that. But I really want that number one position to be competitive enough. I don't want to see Raya live in a safe space. If there's any of our players that should be in a safe space, I don't want that to be Ryan. I want him to literally look at his back and say, "Oh my God, Kepper is down there. I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared for my position." That's what I want him to see. Is what I want him to sense. That if he makes one more mistake, I'm gone. I want him to literally think that, and that will help us out. Big ups to King June. He says Manchester is rad. Oh my days. King June says here we go. Onana go to Arsenal. No, come on man, don't do that. Come on man, we don't want Onana. Letters says yeah, Victor Osimhen sold his soul. Oh my days, that's a big accusation. Rory says, why do we never invert the right back? Just curious. That's because if you ask me, Rory, uh, I think that's because we have quality down the right hand side that necessarily doesn't really need inverting. Because when you check Saka is even the one that would drift back and get the ball at times on the midfield and try to get something going, going on, and he does that accurately. So you do have someone who has lots of support in that right hand side. And Odegaard, mind you, Odegaard is our number 10, but he likes playing almost within that right hand side. That's where his wheelhouse is, and he has that telepathic communication with Bukayo Saka, and that's why most of the time it's always our right hand side that's overloaded with players trying to take on defenses from the right hand side. And we don't necessarily need anyone to necessarily invert. That's why you're not seeing any inversion. But with our left hand side, we're seeing left wingers that can left wing. We're seeing Martinelli that can't cut in, I mean, and pull up a decent cross into the 18-yard box. So he needs help. Miles Lewis Kelly is always the one drifting with the ball from that left back position, just to make sure we get something going on that down that left hand side. But even if he gets the ball from that left hand side, he's not drifting into space to get it into the left hand side. He's drifting into space with the ball to get it to the right hand side. So it makes it completely useless, because while he's leaving that left back position, it's clearly opening that left back position, up for scrutiny. And of course, sometimes Martinelli goes back to help out, but even Martinelli at times doesn't do that all the time. Yeah, he goes back to help us out, but I mean, not all the time. And we're caught napping most of the time in the left hand side because of that space that Miles Lewis Kelly is leaving in that left back position. And that's because we don't have left wingers that are efficient enough. They're not efficient. Trossard, not efficient enough. But if we have someone like a Gordon who would just situate himself in that left hand side and is a more prolific guy than this Martinelli and Trossard, then we don't need to see someone like Miles Lewis Kelly do that inversion thing that you're doing. JT says United. Oh my God, United fans are just spamming the show. But big ups to you, United fans, no problem. He says Sesko scoring a hearty first game of the season. I mean, but that's if Sesko comes to Man United. I don't think he comes. I think he's going for money. That's what I think. And see, this is no disrespect to United, but I really do think he's looking for money now. I don't think Man United would give him the kind of money he's looking for. And that's not because you're not rich enough, but I think you've already expended your cash into Umbuemo and into Kunha. You guys are spending much money in wages also. You still have French players you need to take off before you actually get in another player to actually take a chunk out of those wages too. You still need to sell Garnacho. His wages is burning a hole in your coffers also. So you need to sell before you bring in. And I don't think Sesko is ready for all that bullshit right now. I think Sesko just wants to go to a rich football club right now that will give him the kind of money he's asking for, and I don't think United is ready to reinvest that kind of money right now in a Sesko. However, you can be able to come out with the fee. I have no problem with that, but I don't think his wages is something that Man United will actually like. You actually need to do more negotiations with him. But again, that's just my idea, innit? TB Mo Gaming says, when is Rodrigo going to Arsenal? I really doubt that move. I don't think so. Rodrigo came out and in a way, I think he met up with Real Madrid hierarchy and said to them, I want to stay. So with what I'm hearing from Madrid right now, he wants to stay. They want to sell him. Don't get that twisted. But he wants to stay and fight for his place. That's what I've heard. So I mean, but again, let's forget about Rodrigo. Let's close this deal with AJ. And anyway, AJ could invert down that left hand side and can also be our attacking midfielder. Anyone we could bench Martinelli and put him down that left hand side. We could bench Odegaard and put him in attacking midfield area in that number 10. We could actually situate him as an attacking midfielder in that number 10 and put even a hologram, anyone. You could put that anyone down that left hand side, no problem. He would just have to alternate and drift into space within that left line. So while he's doing his thing and trying to cut through the middle, he's also drifting down that left hand side, helping us in that left hand side too. It's within his wheelhouse, and that's why it's very important we have a more mobile number 10. That's why it's very important we have a mobile attacking midfielder, because you can be able to get into spaces in different points of the game down that left hand side. You can walk your magic in from the middle and drift even across that left hand side, open up spaces while attracting more players to you. Same thing with what Max Doman is doing too, attracting players, taking on players, taking 1, 2, 3 defenders with him. You're opening spaces, you're causing chaos in that low block team. So I mean, we just need an attacking midfielder that's ready to take on players. But just to conclude on some things. So Arsenal's approach for big ups, Don C is in the house. Big ups, says big up family. People, get ready, get ready. Don C's channel will be coming, people. Don C's channel will be coming. I can't wait. And to be nice for me and Don C to, do one or two things. I can't wait for that time for me and Don C to just be on his channel and and just have words, me and him are like cat and mouse. Today we're friends. Tomorrow, we hate at each other and absolutely want to kill each other. I mean, Don C, it brings that love-hate relationship back that I like. On YouTube space. He's my brother, people. Miss Melina, people, if you have not subscribed to Miss Melina, you are on a long thing. Miss Melina, this is one of the most respected, to me. You guys might respect different female YouTubers, but this one, she earned my respect. And not respect in terms of like, my respect for her comes from a footballing side, what she understands, what she knows, and as a person also. So she's a decent human being as a person, and she's also someone that loves this football club. Unwavering support for this football club. She travels for this football club. She loves talking about Arsenal Football Club. Look no further. She doesn't do shows all the time, but whenever she does shows, it's always something to watch. Go subscribe to Miss Melina. Lovely person. And she says something. She says, "Latch up, Tony, Mike Buddy." Yeah, that's my lady. And she says, "Looking good, Tony." Big ups to you, Melly. It says, "I'm looking forward to the football being back." And of course, that's what we hope for. We hope that the season will be back and, we could just do something great. So, Arsenal's advances for Jeremy Jacquet, he's rebuffed us. He's rejected us. So, and that's the problem, yeah, when you're going for all these young players these days. They have advisors and they have people who are talking to them. So, I mean, Arsenal, just go to the football club directly. Stop trying to talk to the player first. No, talk to the football clubs first. Go and talk to them and ask them if they're willing. Like, just go and get to know what's within the price range could we be able to get this player. Then, when you've made contact with the club, then you can easily have conversations with with the player themselves. But I mean, Arsenal does Arsenal things, but is Jeremy a player for the future? Yes, definitely. Is he the finished product? No. But is he a player that impresses me? Yes, I've watched him. Yes, and I think he's good. But again, let's see what happens. But news on ground is that he has rejected an offer from Arsenal. Maybe Arsenal have to increase whatever proposal that they sent to him. I mean, they have to do something. And again, if Zinchenko is going, we need a replacement. Not next season, this season. We need a replacement. We need bodies on the line. People, I cannot overstate this. We need bodies on the line. We need quality on the line. If a player is going, we need two more quality on that area immediately, because this is the season where we should be winning the league. We can't come fourth in the league. We can't come third in the league. We can't come second in the league. We need to come first. We need to get over the line. So we don't just need someone who will come and replace what is leaving. We need quality to come in to replace what's leaving. So if a Zinchenko is going, I need quality to come in to that space. We need quality. I can't see. Quality, quality, quality. That's what we need. We don't just need people. We don't just need human shields. We don't just need bodies. No, we need quality in those places. So that whenever we have a Carling Cup game and we don't want to expend, our first 11 or our big time players, that quality we're bringing in can be able to do the job to a certain extent before we now bring in the bigger troops. So why not get quality players in? I mean, this Jeremy guy, he's good, but does he have the quality to replace any of our back four? I still have my issues with that. Is he one for the future? Yes. Completely no problem with the future thing with this Jeremy guy. I completely have no issue with him. But is it the quality we need now? No. I need ready-made quality right now. Because if Zinchenko is going, it means that Mars Lewis Kelly will be the only left back that we have. I mean, you can rave all you like about Calafiore, but the fact there is that Calafiore isn't a left back, and he can't competitively be a left back. I mean, if you're talking about Calafiore in the centre back position, that's a different thing. I hear you. But as a left back, people, he'll be grilled down that left hand side. Why destroy the image of Calafiore anyway? Into a caricature, But again, that's just me, people. But see, any other news? Noni Madueke. See, people, Noni Madueke has cut his holiday short just to come back to Arsenal training. That's what I want to see. I mean, it's okay for him to go for that holiday, but in his mind, he's saying, you know what? Yeah, I need to go back to Arsenal and go train. I need to show these guys that 50 million they spent on me isn't just throwaway money. That money really means something. I want my players showing seriousness. So for him to cut his holiday short and come back to the Arsenal for training, people, that's something I want to see. At least so that you can harmonize with the squad, so that you know who you're playing with, so that we know how the manager is going to use you. I believe that the manager will want to try out in that left-hand position, but I don't want him to play in that left-hand side because I've seen him in the left-hand side in Chelsea. It wasn't good, not good enough. So I want him to play in that right back position anyway. Sorry, in the left wing position. Help out Bukayo Saka and Arsenal to go and get a left winger. Go to the market. Spend 60 to 5 million on a left winger. It doesn't matter. Just spend more. See, Arsenal just needs 100 more million to spend. And every other thing, you don't even need any other thing in the squad, that needs big money because we already have a backup central defender in Christian Mosquera. If Noni Madueke as a backup to Saka, so that's pretty much done. We have Zubimendi in that defensive midfield area. We have Nordgaard who would back him up. I mean, that's a direct replacement for Jorginho, isn't it? The only thing, okay, we could also talk about that left back position, but Calafiori could still play in that left back position, and Jurien Timber is still coming back to the table. He could also play in that left back position. People don't forget, Jurien Timber can actually play in right back position. That's another thing. In that left back position, that's another thing. But I don't think he would displace Mars Lewis Kelly from there. I think we'll just put him down that right hand side. But again, Mikel Arteta, do something to that left hand side. I want to see us go for Gordon. How about that? RBBP says Arsenal is a small club, no money. United has tons more cash. I mean, I hear you. I mean, Manchester United is a great football club. There's no issue with that. But I mean, you have to be humble with where you are right now. You don't have, even with all your money, you have no Champions League football. You're still a big club. I think you're a big club, but you have no Champions League, competition this season. You're not in Europe at all. You're not even in the Conference League. So that should tell you something that maybe you should be more humble about your position right now. You being one of the biggest clubs in England is something. I completely get that. But having all that money with a total useless board managing that football club, you could see where it has gotten you guys to. So before Man United is going to come back, man, it's going to be hard. There's still questions about your manager if Amorim really has it. So just imagine if Man United start this season and Amorim doesn't get them firing on all cylinders. That's a big, big, big problem. You don't want to be in such a problem. But again, that's just me thinking out loud. People, Oregon Goodness says TC. Yeah, big up to you, Oregon Goodness. Me and Oregon Goodness will be back tomorrow, people. You need to check local listings for that one. It might be a little bit more earlier though, but again, let's see, people. I'll talk with Oregon Gunner and figure out when we should be having that show together. But big ups Oregon Gunner. Subscribe to his channel. He's a great guy. He's my friend, people. He's my friend. Yeah, it's my brother. I mean, how many people could come on and say, this is my guy, it's my, I trust him. I mean, Oregon Gunner, that's my brother, man. Subscribe to his channel. I should be back with him tomorrow. But again, let's see. I'll talk to him about the time. George Loven says, I think Arsenal might avoid the drop this year. Are you serious? Avoid the drop. What drop are you talking about, Judge? What drop are you talking about? I mean, we should be in that conversation about who wins the league. And again, see, George, yeah, I mean, I hear you if you want to clown Arsenal, yeah. I mean, we've clowned ourselves over the years. But when the manager that's managing our football club, yeah, I've spent nothing less than £750 million before this summer. And the owners have just backed him with more £185 million. And the spending hasn't stopped because we're still thinking of bringing in a nation. I mean, if the owners have actually blessed you with about over £1 billion, people, over £1 billion, you need to be winning the big one. Arsenal needs to be winning the big one. And again, what makes this season so exceptional for me that makes me feel if we dot our I's and cross our T's, is that we have a maxed assassin in our team right now. A number nine that has eluded us all the time. And all the time that we've been trying to get the league, we've been coming second best. And that's without a pronounced striker. So how about now that we have a pronounced striker, definitely that level should be up. Yes, the manager has his issues, but if you give him a team of super players that we're trying to accomplish right now, just maybe the manager might not really have so much to do. Maybe he just needs to just show up with a team of super soldiers that we have and just win something. How about that? Because you can't tell me that if we have Gyökeres that we have right now, Zubimendi, we have the two best center back pairing in the world right now. No doubt about that. People, no doubt. Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, two of the best in Europe. There's no questions about that. Yeah. We have Julian Timber, one of the best right backs in the world right now. There's no question about that. Yeah. If we bring in Eze and maybe a Rodrigo down that left-hand side, Arsenal, and mind you, we see Bukayo Saka, Arsenal would be building a team of super soldiers. The last time I saw super soldiers, Manchester City, a team of super soldiers, winning the league. Yeah? Back to back. Year on year, they win it. Why? It's not because Pep is totally that good, but he has individual players who like to win. I've seen the Galacticos even win league titles. Yeah, maybe they did not win everything, but they did win league titles. And they change managers all the time. I've seen a team of super soldiers in AC Milan win the Scudetto to the Pope. And they didn't even need a static manager to win all those stuff. They just had individual brilliant players and they won them the league. Won them lots of titles also. I've seen a Barcelona team with Messi and his other minions totally win the league while changing managers all the time. I've seen super soldiers just win league titles. So, in other words, it doesn't matter. The owners will come around if they feel that Mikel Arteta isn't getting them what they want. The board should just do their own bit. Invest in the squad. Give the squad what it needs. They've given Mikel Arteta a striker. They've given him a CDM. They've given him the best back line in terms of two centre backs, or the best defense in Europe. Arsenal is the best defense in Europe. Two of the best centre backs. So they've given the manager two of the best centre backs in the world right now. So I mean, if they've given you the best attack, given you in terms of Gyökeres, I mean, and they've decently giving you something in terms of Eze, Zubimendi, Declan Rice, giving you something to shout about in the middle, and you have the best defense. I mean, there is no excuse. You have to win. And mostly when you've spent, which will be nearing that, over £1 billion refurbishing that team in over six years. I mean, you have to be coming with the goods. You have to be winning the league, people. You have to. Rory says, okay. Outreachy says here, says, not good enough to just win a cup. You need to win the league of Champions League. I mean, and I hear you, but don't we have? If we bring in Eze or Rodrigo, Eze, Rodrigo, and we already have Saka, we already have Gyökeres, Eberechi Eze in the middle, Zubimendi in the middle, Rice in the middle, Saliba, Magalhaes. People, that's a goddamn team of super soldiers. I think that kind of team would definitely win something. And if they don't win something, then you know what's the problem. It's easy. So it's easy to catch Mikel Arteta this season. There's no escape route for him. He needs to win. He needs to win because by then the board will say, you know what, yeah, you got an attack that could win the league. We gave you Gyökeres. We brought Eze. You have two of the best centre back pairing in Europe. Where is our trophies? In that case, the board could say something. So people, do the maths. Rory says, Lookman, market opportunity. What we're saying, people, Lookman, what are we saying? I mean, Inter dropped off. I mean, Atalanta is looking for 14 million pounds for him. 50 million. Arsenal, even if you don't have the shame to go to Newcastle and beg for Gordon, you can at least go to Atlanta with your face held high and just ask for Lookman. Or go on a direct swap deal. All these Italian teams want Kivio, by the way. He's bored of England. He doesn't like England. He wants to leave England. Why don't you just be on the line, call Atalanta right now, tell them you want Lookman, and that Kivio will go the other way around. You could even give them plus 10, 15 million to sweeten the deal. And then you get Lookman. You have someone who's situated down that left-hand side that could give you quality competition down that left-hand side. And then you bring in an Eze for nothing less than 60 million pounds, of which you just only have to pay 35 million pounds. So the only thing holding off Arsenal from doing anything right now is just 75 million pounds. If you have 75 million pounds, you do this business easy. You get what you want. Easy, with no questions. George says Avengers, loads of super soldiers in those films. I mean, George, when you have Gyökeres, you have Zubimendi, prospectively you bring in a Gordon down that left-hand side, you already have Bukayo Saka down the right, and then you add Declan Rice to that picture, and then you have Jurien Timber, and then you have Saliba, and then you have Gabriel. You have all that muscle in your first 11. That's a goddamn team of super soldiers, if you check it. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're a useless manager. You have to use that team to at least win something. At least the Carling Cup, at least the FA Cup. You should be doing those type of competition, those domestic competitions. You need to be winning them with that team. If you can even stretch further and win the goddamn league. So if we don't win these competitions this season, we all know where the problem is coming from. Because you can't tell me after spending all that money, and you can't even win the league or win any of all these domestic cups. Even if I do think that Mikel Arteta has to win more than the domestic cup this season to save his job, then, I mean, that's a bigger problem. Then you know where the issue is coming from. And Rory says here, when was the last time we hijacked a dildo? Because all I've seen is us getting hijacked. Yeah, exactly. All the time. I mean, people just hijack our deals all the time. Arsenal doesn't like to jostle with other teams or our players. But anyway, that's by the side. Outreachy says, not good enough to just win a cup. And that's true. He agree. Letter says, Arsenal FC fans are hypocrites. They don't critique coach. Look at Chelsea. They changed close to 4 coaches in 5 years. And it worked out. Exactly. It worked out. But again, what do you do when the board have insisted on not removing the manager? I mean, I've called out this manager a series of times due to his technical misgivings, yeah, and the general perception about how he handles the team and manages the squad. And I think he's not efficient enough. I think with a more better manager, a more elite manager who knows how to win, would win something with the squad we have right now. And that's by no means limiting what Mikel Arteta has done for the team. We met Mikel Arteta when we were a damaged team. He walked this team from 8, came 8 before, walked his way down to 5th and got us challenging. By the way, not all managers are well suited to win the league. So my criticism for Mikel Arteta is not coming from a place of hate. It's coming from a place of we can actually win things with a more elite coach. Uh, is Mikel Arteta a good coach? To some people, they would say yes. Do I personally think so? I don't think so. I think he can manage properly, maybe in Spain, maybe somewhere else, but not here because the evidence with us right now is that he can't get us over the line. He's not that manager to get us over the line, and I genuinely have a problem with that because we can get someone elite who knows how to win definitely to help us win with the squad we have now. So that's in no way taking shots at Mikel Arteta as a person. As a person, he might be a more better person, I don't know, and I don't care about him personally. And I just really think that there's that block with him. There's something that's not complete. If not, he'll be winning the goddamn title. So if we ask for a change at this time, I don't think it's disingenuous. If Arsenal asks for a change, personally, I think he's taken us to where he can, And to be very sincere with you, coming second isn't really a bad thing in the league. So he could actually take that as his own crown, no problem. But they could bring you someone who could actually win us trophies. But again, I don't want to bang on that point too much because I mean people would say, "Oh, you're negative. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that," and I don't want that to be the basis of how I talk about Arsenal. What I want is if we're not doing well, I speak about it. If we're doing well, I speak about it in the same way. That's how I want to dish out my criticism. If you do well, good. If you don't do well, good. I will say the same thing and critique the team the same way I deem fit. That's how I'm going to do it. People, I got a match to ref. I'll catch you guys soon. Probably I'll catch you guys 11 p.m. today. I have a show 11 p.m. today. Gooners and Mags with Stephen Mahala. Catch you soon. From me, Anthony Club Gunner TV, we are out, people. See you soon. Peace.